How do you know if you are lacking self-respect? It shows up in the little ways, saying yes when you mean no, laughing off a comment that hurt you, letting someone interrupt or belittle you, staying quiet when your opinion matters. It's the slow erosion of boundaries, the way you ignore your needs or silence your truth because you're afraid of being disliked or rejected. It's easy to believe that these small moments don't matter, but the Stoic knows better. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Every time you keep your word to yourself, every time you draw a boundary, every time you refuse to betray your values for acceptance, you are building the kind of self-respect that radiates true confidence. Let me tell you, self-respect is not an event. It is a daily discipline. It's showing up for yourself again and again, especially when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. It's walking away from situations and people that don't honor your values, even if that means standing alone. It's refusing to shrink yourself for the comfort of others. A friend once confessed to me, I spent years chasing approval. I thought if I could just impress the right people, say the right thing, fit in everywhere, I would finally feel confident. But it never worked. The only time I started to feel strong was when I kept my promises to myself, no matter how small they seemed. That's when I realized confidence built on the opinions of others is fragile. Confidence rooted in self-respect cannot be taken from you. How many of us have followed the same winding path? We learn early that praise is rewarding, that fitting in opens doors. So we are just shaping our words to the crowd, biting back what we truly think, waiting for a nod or a smile to feel valid. But this approval is fickle. It comes and goes. One moment you are welcomed, the next you are forgotten. The applause fades and what remains only the quiet echo of your own uncertainty. True confidence is different. It doesn't come from applause or admiration. It grows in solitude, in the silent moments when no one is watching. It begins every time you make a small promise to yourself and keep it. Waking up early when you said you would. Finishing a difficult task even when no one would notice if you gave up. Speaking honestly even if your voice shakes. Self-respect is the root from which lasting confidence grows. It cannot be given or revoked by others. When you choose to honor your word to yourself, you begin to trust in your own strength. Over time, that trust becomes unbreakable. The world's approval will always shift, but the quiet pride of self-respect remains steady, silent, and yours alone. Here's your challenge. Start today, not tomorrow. Notice the small choices. Do you keep your word to yourself? Do you protect your time and energy? Do you walk away from what doesn't align with your values? Every choice, no matter how insignificant it seems, is a brick in the foundation of your real confidence. Remember, self-respect is quiet. It does not shout. It stands tall when no one is watching. It is the source from which dangerous confidence flows. A confidence that cannot be faked, cannot be bought, and cannot be shaken. Respect yourself first, and you'll find that confidence comes looking for you. This is the unspoken power. The world will always test your boundaries. Only you can choose whether to protect them. And when you do, you become untouchable. Respond with silence, not emotion. Chapter 3. Respond with silence, not emotion. Silence is never silent. It is behavior, and like all other behavior, has meaning. Psychiatrist Irvin Yalom. Every day you wake to a world already humming, sometimes roaring. There is noise everywhere, the relentless alerts on your phone, the emails and messages demanding a response, the low drone of traffic, the voices at work, the opinions flying across social media. even at home among family and friends. The sound never stops. The noise of modern life surrounds us. It invades us. It can be inspiring. Yes, a favourite song, the laughter of people you love, but more often it's overwhelming. It can drain you, push you, provoke you. In this sea of noise, the greatest challenge is not just to be heard, but to hold on to yourself. Think about it. How often do you feel compelled to answer, to explain, to defend yourself when someone questions your choices or even attacks your character? Isn't the first urge to snap back, to clarify, to show you're not weak? Maybe you've been there. In a meeting, your ideas challenged, your heart rate climbs, your voice grows louder, you feel the need to say something, anything, to reclaim ground. Or at home, someone's careless words cut deeper than intended, and suddenly you're reacting, not choosing. But here's the truth. Real confidence is not about raising your voice. It is not about winning arguments, dominating conversations, or proving others wrong. The man who must always have the last word is not the most confident. He is often the most insecure. True strength, dangerous confidence lies in your ability to be silent, to pause, to refuse to be pulled by every emotional current. A Stoic knows this well. He recognizes that to react instantly emotionally is to hand his power away. When you allow someone's words to control your state, you give them the reins of your mind. If they can trigger you, they can steer you. Seneca reminds us, "He who angers you conquers you." How many times have you regretted what you said in the heat of a moment? How many times have you let a careless comment spoil your day or worse, ruin a relationship? Silence, then, is not absence. It is not passivity. It is present, full, aware, deliberate. The confident man does not need to answer every provocation. He does not rush to justify himself. He lets silence do the work. There is power in stillness. When you choose not to respond immediately, you create a space, a gap where emotion settles and reason can enter. That gap is where you regain control. In that gap, you remember who you are. Let's be honest, the world rewards noise. The loud, the bold, the quick to answer. But look deeper. Who are the men people truly respect, truly listen to? Often it is those who do not speak unless there is something worth saying. The quiet one at the table listening, considering, not eager to impress when he speaks. People listen. His words carry weight because they are rare, because they are chosen. Imagine you are in a heated discussion. Someone tries to draw you into a pointless argument. Your old self would rush in, eager to prove a point. But now you pause. You breathe. You let the silence hang. The other person grows uncomfortable, maybe even nervous. The urge to fill that silence is strong for them, not for you. In this moment, you are not controlled. You are steady. You are unshakable. This is a turning point. Once every challenge to your words or your worth felt like an attack. The need to be right would spark a fire in your chest. And before you knew it, you were in the middle of another exhausting battle. Voices rising, hands gesturing, your mind racing to find the winning argument. But experience and a measure of wisdom have taught you a different way. You have learned that silence is not weakness. It is not surrender. It is a sign of power. Now you own the space between words. You choose not to waste your breath defending every opinion or chasing every provocation. You understand that your peace is not up for negotiation. Each pause, each controlled breath is a quiet reminder to yourself and to the world that you are the master of your emotions, not their servant. As the silence stretches, the balance shifts. The person before you feels the weight of your calm. They sense you are not easily moved. There is no need to shout, to prove, to win. There is only the steady presence of someone who knows himself, who does not rise or fall with the noise around him. This is a real strength. This is dangerous confidence. And in the world's clamour, it is rare. Here's the paradox. Silence is never truly empty. It is full of meaning. In silence, you communicate boundaries. You communicate strength. You say, I am not so easily moved. I do not need to explain myself. I am not looking for your approval. Sometimes silence is the most powerful statement you can make. Does this mean you never speak up? No. It means you do not speak out of habit or out of fear. You respond, not react. You wait for your reason to return, for your principles to clarify. And when you do speak, your words land like stones in a still pond, impossible to ignore. Think about a time when you lost your temper. Did it serve you, or did it leave you feeling weak, depleted? Now remember a time when you held your tongue, when you let someone else finish while you stay silent. How did that feel? That was not a weakness. That was a choice. In practice, start noticing your triggers. Which words, which people, which situations ignite your emotions? Practice pausing, practice breathing, practice letting silence speak for you, not as avoidance, but as a statement. I am in control of myself. You don't have to fight every battle. You don't have to join every argument. Sometimes the strongest action is to do nothing, to wait, to observe, to conserve your energy for what really matters. In a noisy world, silence becomes your shield. It is not the weak who are silent. It is those so steady, so grounded that nothing outside can shake them. Dangerous confidence is not loud, not reactive. It is quiet. It is watchful. It is unmovable. The next time you feel the urge to prove, to defend, to fight back, remember silence is strength. Let others wonder what you're thinking. Let your presence say what your words do not. Respond with silence, not emotion, and become truly untouchable.